So the Galaxy Watch 5 and Galaxy Watch 5 Pro have finally dropped, so I'm bringing you a special episode of Watch Face Wars. This episode I'm going to be bringing you 12 of the best Galaxy Watch 5 Pro and Galaxy Watch 5 watch faces on the Play Store today. And to kick the episode off, we've got the S4U Ancient Winter. You've seen this developer's watch faces around before. This is actually a fairly new one and it lives up to the usual quality we can expect from S4U's watch faces. As far as information goes, you're going to get your steps counter off to the left, date to the right, and a battery gauge off there to the bottom, all laid out in a really nice, easy to read way. The biggest feature of this watch face is the vast amount of customization options you get with it. Each element can be individually adjusted, including the dials and index around the edges. Each one has up to 8 different color combinations to choose from, and you can even change the pattern on the background if you so desire. I personally like the red and gold versions, but you let me know down in the comments which one you prefer. Moving on, it does also have a dedicated always on display option, which will dim the bright white background and just highlight the dials in red. A brilliant watch face to kick the episode off, and remember, if this happens to be your favorite, please do vote for it in the Discord server. And remember, with Watch Face Wars, if you like, subscribe, and comment your favorite watch face of the episode down below, next episode you'll be in with a chance of winning a Play Store voucher. In at number 2 is from a developer that you'll recognize if you've been following the series. This is the Ballozi Soldrone. This one really stood out to me. There's tons going on with it, but it's all been laid out in a really creative way. One thing I want to highlight is a really nice shadowing and subtle highlights on all the dials and other metallic elements. It really gives the watch face some depth and realism. As for information displayed, you're going to get your time in both analog and digital formats, your date, battery life, steps, heart rate, and much more. We also have a shortcut to things like messaging apps and calls, and the ability to switch the clock from 12 hours to 24-hour format. It doesn't stop there though. With the Ballozi Soldrone, you get a ton of customization options, including up to 10 different color options and the ability to change the color of individual elements. Again, my favorites have always been the orange and gold ones, but you can download it and give it a try for yourself. Lastly, it does have a basic always on display mode to help you save a little bit on battery when you're not looking at it. Remember, if this one is your favorite, please do vote for it in the Discord server again. Next up, we've got a watch face from the developer who was actually the winner of our first ever Watch Face Wars episode. This is the Time Scene 5. And before we jump into the details, please do gently pet that subscribe button, leave a like, and comment your favorite watch face to be in with a chance of winning a Play Store voucher next episode. Anyway, the Time Scene 5 is a dynamic, subtly animated digital watch face that actually changes along with the time of day. It's very simplistic and minimal, but it does provide your crucial information such as battery life, time, date, and even your steps there in a really easy to read fashion. There's not much else to say about this one. There is an always on display option which just dims everything, but I have to say it looks really cool and I think it's a really cool idea. So big thanks to the developer once again. And again, if you do enjoy this watch face, please do vote for it in the Discord server so we can announce a winner next episode. Watch face number 4 is another cheaper one from this episode. This is the HMK Digi 214. Another fantastic looking digital watch face with lots of really nice subtle details and jam-packed with information such as your steps, heart rate, weather, date, and of course your time. Absolutely loving the way everything has been laid out on this one, with all the important bits front and center without looking too overcrowded. The other element of this watch face I love is the choice of color combinations. I think some genuine thought has gone into this, and I'm pretty sure all of them look great on the Galaxy Watch 5 and indeed the Galaxy Watch 4. Personally digging the blue and orange one, definitely a favorite of mine from this episode again. We'll give a shout out to the grey and beige versions though. Finally, for the always on display option, you get some basic dimming going on to help save on a bit of battery life. A fantastic watch face, and I believe a new developer we've not had on the series before, so thank you so much for making this watch face. In at number 5, we do have another digital watch face. This is the MDS 380. This one is a colourful, minimal, I guess you could say, googly looking watch face. You've got all your important information on there, such as your steps, heart rate, battery life, weather, date, and of course your time in digital format. What I love the most about this one is, like some of the other watch faces from today, the developer has managed to get a lot of information into one watch face without it looking too overcrowded and busy. Each element works really well with the next, and color options. This one has plenty of options when it comes to customization. There's plenty of color schemes to choose from, including red, green, blue, and even more. Lastly, this one does have a dedicated always on display option. It will get rid of everything except from the time in the middle and make the time grayscale. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments down below. Next up, we've got a super clean, minimal digital watch face for you. This is the Arco Energy Fit. It's one of the cheaper ones from this episode and actually looks pretty realistic for a digital watch face. The information you'll be getting with this one includes your steps, battery life, steps goals, moon phases, date, and of course your time in digital format. What I especially love though about this watch face is the customization option. The developer hasn't overdone it, but they've given us a choice of 6 different pastel colors, which I think work really well and follow that subtle minimalist theme really nicely. Lastly, it does have an always on display mode. This will just keep your information on screen in white and darken the background to save on a little bit of battery life. Definitely an all-time favorite of mine. Thank you so much to the developer for making this one. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment your favorite watch face to be in with a chance of winning a Play Store voucher so you can buy all the watch faces in this episode. Now we do have a winner of Watch Face Wars episode 3. The winner was the developer of the Regatta Metal 5. You guys absolutely love that. There was a couple of comments in the comment section about it and you all voted for it in the Discord server, so congratulations to the developer, very nicely done. I also promised you that I would announce the winner of the Play Store voucher, so congratulations to David. If this was your comment, please do contact me via Discord to claim your prize. Next up, we've got an ultra modern analog watch face from JJ Design. JJ Design has been on these episodes a couple of times now before and they're making some really great stuff. This is the JJ Analogue 007. It follows a very googly-like theme again in a very simplistic minimalist layout. Information is a little limited. You get your date and time and then your weather and battery life on separate tiles. What you do get though is app shortcuts, again all laid out in a really nice clean minimal way along the edge of the watch face, and you can customize these and change them to whatever you want to use. I love the use of negative space on this one. Pretty sure the black background will also help save on a tiny bit of battery life compared to most watch faces. Now it also comes with some really nice color options. You can play around with the colors of the individual tiles. Some really nice pastel colors in there again. Big fan of the design of this one. And lastly, the watch face does have a dedicated always on display option, which will remove all of the tiles and turn it into a grayscale digital analog hybrid. Again, don't forget to vote for this one and like, subscribe, and comment to be in with a chance of winning your Play Store voucher. Next up in at number 8, we've got another Ballozi watch face. I am trying to avoid putting developers in twice, but I thought this one was a little bit unique and different, so I really had to feature it in this special episode. I saw this one on Reddit of all places and thought it was really different. This is the Leathon watch face, and as the name suggests, it has a leather look. Really loving the inset dials, and it has really nice shadowing around the edges. Gives the watch face a little bit of added realism. There's also plenty of information on the display, including steps, heart rate, battery life, date, and of course your time. Additionally, you'll get several different color combinations to choose from. I personally like them all, but I was really digging the red and black watch faces. And then finally on this watch face, you will get a pretty basic always on display option to help save on a little bit of battery life. Again guys, do remember to vote in the Discord server so we can announce a winner next episode, and make sure you're commenting, liking, and subscribing to be in with a chance of winning a Play Store voucher. This next one is the SWF Digitum watch face. This is a digital analog hybrid with lots of really nice crisp details. As well as the design being top notch, it does come with a lot of really useful information elements such as your steps, battery life, distance walked, heart rate, date, and of course your time in digital and analog formats. You do have the option to remove the analog dials if you so desire and have it just as a digital watch if you want to, and you can also choose from a selection of dials if you want to change it up a little bit. The choices continue on when it comes to the color options for the watch face. There's some really nice muted colors and pastel colors in there. I personally really like the green and red options. You let me know which one you prefer though. Finally, there is an always on display option with the watch face, which actually turns all the backlighting off and makes the watch grayscale. I actually think it makes a really nice watch face on its own, to be honest. As always, please do vote for this one if it was your favorite of the episode. Personally, I'm actually leaning towards this one myself, but I'll let you guys decide. In at number 10, we've got a bit of a classic Casio lookalike. This is the Inspire 13 digital watch face. Fantastic retro style design with tons of information, including your steps, heart rate, calories burnt, battery life, moon phases, date, and of course your time. I have to say, despite having so much information, all the elements flow really nicely and it still resembles a classic Casio style watch. Moving on, we do get some really nice color options with this one. I believe there is at least 8 different color options to choose from, but my favorite look of them all is actually the always on display. By far one of the best ambient brilliant displays I've ever seen. It has a really nice glow in the dark theme to it and still shows your crucial information. A great watch face if you're into your digital watch faces, and again, as always, do not forget to vote if this one is your favorite. Next up, we've got the Chester 93, a really well designed digital watch face with plenty going on. As far as information goes on this one, you'll get your date, time, steps, battery life, heart rate, and much more. Really liking the futuristic dials on this one, and I love the world map that's been added in the top right hand corner. It's a little unique and gives the watch face a really utilitarian vibe. I'm also especially loving the customization options on this one. You can change the colors of the elements on the left and right hand side separately, change the language, and there's even a battery saving mode with this watch face. Lastly, on this one, we do get a super clean always on display option. It gets rid of all the extra bits and strips the watch face back to its bare basics while still retaining some of the core design. A really brilliant watch face, thank you so much to the developer, and again, don't forget to vote if it's your favorite. Number 12 is the Notstology watch face. This is a really nice, clean, simple, minimalist one, and it is a true minimalist watch face, I have to say. It's very true to life, so there's no extra information or extra fancy bits. You just get your date, time, and then your battery life subtly in the center there. You do have the choice of two colors, the standard black and white, or you can add a little bit of orange there if you want to spice things up a little bit. There's not really much else to say about this one. It does exactly what it says on the tin, but certainly a really nice formal analog watch face if you don't like to overdo it. Next up, I've got 10 more watch faces for you. Click the link in the top right hand corner now to go to the last episode of Watch Face Wars. Make sure you're not missing those. And if you want to hear a little bit more about the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, check out my latest review or unboxing down in the bottom right corner. For now though, I've been Alex, this has been Take It Easy. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.